Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm DJ TRoLL here with Ben Falgoust from Soylent Green and GOATWHORE here at Ozzfest. And this is your first time playing at Ozzfest at all, correct?
Yes. Yep, first time.
And for both bands, do you think that the crowd reactions to GOATWHORE and Soylent Green are different at all? And if so, which way?
Yeah, because I think, I mean, both the crowds are really good no matter what, but I think too that both bands kind of offer something different in a way. You know, Goat Horse is more the traditional like black metal edge based thing, where Soylent's a little bit more crazy and it's like grindcore meets Leonard Skinner or something like that. So it's definitely two different things to offer to the audience. So, you know, you get some people that are really into the more whatever evil or stuff, and I'll be down with the Goat War thing. And people that are into maybe a bunch of variant stuff, or just like maybe southern rock mixed with some chaos, that like the Soylent Green edge. So it's a little mixture there. So it's really cool to have the variation, especially singing in both. It's kind of variant for me as well. So it's not the same old. Usually, like if guys are in metal bands, a lot of times they sound like the same in another band, and I try to work to make it different as much as I can.
I noticed that your stage presence is a little different with both, so do you feel like you're living a double life sometimes with both bands?
Maybe like a yin and a yang, man. Black and white. You know, it's not really. I mean, it's definitely. I ain't gonna lie. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's tough having two bands, you know, and doing everything like that, and trying to keep things in order and all that stuff. But it's I'll come home from a tour. I'll be out with one for whatever, like a year or 2 years constantly, and I'll come home, and when I go to another one, it seems kind of like refreshing, you know, like it's something different that I'm going to, you know. So it's like I won't get sick of like the other band, because I'll be out doing stuff with Solent, and then I'll come home and I'll start with Goatwhore, and the songs seem fresh to me because they seem new, because I've been torn with one or the other more.
GOATWHORE signed to Metal Blade first out of your two bands, but a lot of people might not know Soylent Green has been around longer. What?
Yeah, it's been around. So, well, Soylent Green was started in like 88, 89. It was started. Brian and Tommy were started up first, and there was a different bass player and singer and another guitar player then. And I got into Soylent Green around 93, 94, somewhere up in there. And I've been in it since then. We went through some bass players. We had a bass player that got killed, and we got in accidents and things. So there was some delays there. And then I got in Goatwhore like around 96, I think it was. So, and then Goatwhore just finished its deal up and signed with Metal Blade, and then Solent was finishing up its deal with Relapse, and then we went to Metal Blade as well. Keep it all one spot, so I don't have to worry about everything all over the place.
And you guys, as a band, have gone through a hurricane. You yourself personally was involved in a car accident, and you've overcame all these different obstacles with both of your bands. What's your secret to being so resilient?
I don't know. I don't think I don't know if it's a secret. It's just I like enjoy doing this. I enjoy playing music, heavy music, and I just like to keep going. I mean, I know there's so many other younger bands out there that are huge and they do a lot of things, and so my bands aren't necessarily as big as them, but I'll still keep pushing onward with it. It's a thing, It's in and I like to keep the tradition of what happened with metal earlier. Not necessarily repeat the whole thing, because of course I think it should evolve, which a lot of young bands are doing, and they're evolving it, but always kind of bring back and make sure people understand where everything came from. And we have elements of that in all the music, and that's what's cool. It's like, in a way, a lot of the stuff we do, we jam and we do for ourselves, not against the fans, but the fans come in and they like it, for whatever particular reason they dig it. But when we write and we sit in there, we're not thinking like, that guy that was in the crowd, and he was jamming out, I wonder if he likes, I saw him jamming to this riff, maybe we should work it like that. We don't, that's not just how we are. We go in and we jam things, and if it feels right, then we go with it. We tear songs apart. I mean, Goatwhore's working on new stuff right now, and we had full songs written, and then we sat there and listened, and we just tore it apart, and then split up everything and made two other songs and added parts to it. So we're critical, and we like to do this, and we work really hard at things with that, and we're just not going to let anything fly until we're happy with it, And if we do it and it never gets big, never gets popular, or people just don't like it. It's no big deal, you know. At least we're doing something that we enjoy, and that's the whole cycle. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough. You know, I was in a wheelchair for a year, and you know everything that happened is pretty chaotic. But I think at points people have to understand that even though all kinds of things like that happen, you got to keep moving forward. You know, you can't let things hold you down and keep you back. You know, there's so many people that whenever something even lighter than that happens, they let it wreck their whole day or their whole month or a whole year. It's like, you know what, you got to stop and just be like, this isn't going to waste my time, and I'm going to move forward and do what I like to do or do what I have to do.
Yeah, it's good to stay true to your heart as long as you can, because you can always sell out later, right?
I don't think there'll be any selling out in here.
I'm also from the New Orleans area, just like you are. How would you describe that area to somebody who's never been there?
Hot and humid. You know how it is.
How's the party scene?
Oh, the party scene's out of control. That's why people go there. I mean, people go there from Mardi Gras for the party scene, and just they know that you can go there any time and it's a party scene. You don't even need just Mardi Gras. But the scene in general, like music-wise, is real good. You got a lot of great bands from there, like eyehategod, Crowbar, you know, Acid Bath, GOATWHORE, Soilent Green, Graveyard Rodeo. They had all these bands that were basically birthed from there. And then, you know, you have Kingdom of Sorrow, who just played, which has Kirk from Crowbar and Steve Gigg from Crowbar and Down. So it's like you see, it's like a big metal family, you know, all these bands, and everybody's kind of intertwined and they play in different projects. Sammy used to play with Crowbar for a while even, you know, so it's like everybody's kind of bouncing around and they've been a part of one band or the other, you know. It's like the scene isn't huge, but the ones that they have seem like a family because they all play with so many other bands. You know, you have Brian, who plays in Soul, he also plays in eyehategod and Outlaw Order, and Jimmy Bauer plays drums and Down. He plays guitar in eyehategod. So, you know, you have this big like family thing, and they're all kind of going back and forth between bands. And the good thing is, all the bands are pretty much different. You know, they all offer something different in a metal variation, in a sense. You know, like GOATWHORE offers the black metal, you know, early thrash years kind of idea. Soul offers just complete madness. Crowbar offers, you know, the doom sludged out heavy ass riffs, you know. And so everybody gives something different. And even if one member plays another band, it seems like they work hard to make it slightly different from the other band. So it's good, man. It's a nice scene. I mean, it's a roller coaster. You know, sometimes you go to shows and there's a lot of people, and sometimes you go to shows that come through and there's not a lot, you know. And everybody thinks it's such a huge city, but so many tours skip up. That's a lot of bass. So many tours skip New Orleans, and people don't realize that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Shaking you out the picture, man.
Yeah, man, the bass just shook my camera right out of there.